Just 4 days before the 2004 presidential election in America, a videotape of Osama bin Laden was played on news channels.
That the United States has conducted an operation that killed Osama bin Laden.
This moment holds significant importance in the history of America. The election was a critical one, with both candidates, George Bush and John Kerry, running their campaigns by making various promises. But before starting the video, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to never miss out on any of our videos. It was suggested that if Osama bin Laden came into government, he would take revenge for the 9/11 attacks on Al Jazeera. In the videotape, Osama bin Laden was seen in very healthy condition, and he confessed in a more direct manner than before about the responsibility for the 9/11 attacks. The purpose of this recording was to show the whole world, especially America, that the world's most wanted man felt safe somewhere. At the same time when Osama bin Laden's videotape leaked to America, there was a stir at the CIA headquarters in Virginia. A special task force was formed to find bin Laden, but almost every lead had gone cold. This situation was frustrating for the CIA because Osama bin Laden, through the videotape, was proclaiming success when he had been very close to getting caught by the CIA 3 years ago. Al-Qaeda fighters in the eastern part of the country were pushed into the Tora Bora region. The front was closed inside, and the CIA believed that Osama bin Laden was also there. The American army, teaming up with local forces, fought fiercely against Al-Qaeda in Tora Bora, but heavy airstrikes were unsuccessful. Eventually, the American army decided that bin Laden had fled the area. After the fight ended, only 20 people were caught, and the CIA missed the first golden opportunity to capture bin Laden. The CIA did not know that among the 20 people caught was Mohammed al-Qahtani, whose capture would open the path to finding bin Laden. Before they were caught, al-Qahtani had a new name from Al-Qaeda and claimed he came to Afghanistan for other purposes. However, when the CIA recorded his fingerprints, they matched those of a man who had attempted to enter the United States just weeks before September 11th with $800 cash and a one-way ticket. The customs agent at the airport had arrested the person on suspicion but did not permit entry into the USA, sending him back. This man, al-Qahtani, was one of those caught in Tora Bora. His fingerprints were pre-recorded in the CIA system, which helped connect him to Al-Qaeda. The CIA also had another reason to suspect him. On the same day he tried to enter the USA, a phone call was made from a phone booth at Orlando Airport to a number in the UAE associated with Al-Qaeda. This suggested that al-Qahtani was not acting alone but was part of a larger plan. The FBI found an abandoned car at Orlando Airport parking lot, rented by Mohammed Atta, who was involved in the 9/11 attacks. This further linked al-Qahtani to the 9/11 hijackers. The investigation team concluded that al-Qahtani was to take part in the 9/11 attacks by hijacking United Airlines Flight 93, which crashed in Pennsylvania when passengers tried to regain control of the plane. This investigation led to further interrogations of Mohammed al-Qahtani, revealing his connection to Al-Qaeda. In March 2002, Abu Zubaydah, another Al-Qaeda member, was caught, leading to the arrest of Khalid Sheikh Mohammed a year later. Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, who planned the 9/11 attacks, confirmed that al-Qahtani had received training from Abu Ahmed al-Qadi. This information helped the CIA understand Al-Qaeda's structure but was not enough to reach bin Laden. The CIA tried everything possible to track bin Laden, monitoring his family members and other leads, but they had no information about his whereabouts. Bin Laden's audio tapes released in the following years indicated he was still in contact with Al-Qaeda's leadership. The CIA implemented a strategy to search for people within Al-Qaeda's courier network. In January 2004, Pakistani security forces arrested Hassan Gul, who revealed that Abu Ahmed al-Kuwaiti was a significant figure within Al-Qaeda and likely connected to bin Laden. The focus shifted to Abu Ahmed, leading to further arrests and interrogations. Ahmed and his family lived in a large compound in Abbottabad with his brother Abrar and his family. They went by assumed names in the neighborhood. Ibrahim called himself Arshad Khan and his brother went by the name Tariq Khan. Both had been born in Kuwait, but ethnically they were tall, fair-skinned, bearded Pakistani Pashtun. They had never been wealthy, but their compound appeared extremely pricey. And in addition to the high walls, it seemed that the brothers observed extraordinarily strict security measures. Other than to attend the local religious school or to visit a doctor, none of their children left the compound. In telephone calls to other far-flung family members, always made from locations distant from the compound itself, they lied about where they were living. The agency had been investigating the compound quietly, snapping pictures from above and spying on it with agents on the ground who couldn't see inside, but who asked casual questions of those living nearby, always careful not to appear too curious. Who lives in that big place? I wonder what the people who live there do. That and telephone intercepts produced two discoveries that the agency considered greatly significant, and that persuaded CIA Director Leon Panetta he ought to bring the discovery to the president. Panetta brought two of the agency's bin Laden team leaders with him to the Oval Office. The lead analyst, who would become known as John, his middle name, had devoted himself to the hunt for most of the previous 10 years. The agency men walked the president and his deputy national security advisor, Thomas Donilon, through the reverse engineering that had helped them identify Ahmed the Kuwaiti and the suspicious nature of the compound itself. Panetta compared Abbottabad to a well-to-do Northern Virginia suburb. The compound was 8 times larger than any of the surrounding residences. Its walls were built unusually high, topped by 2 feet of barbed wire. There was no way to see inside the house itself, from the ground or from above. The windows were made of reflective glass or had been coated to achieve the same effect. Obama was familiar enough with bin Laden's background to have long ago stopped picturing him crouched in a cave or living in some sparse mountaintop camp. But to find him in a sprawling compound in an affluent neighborhood, they were all surprised by that. Still, the president wasn't especially hopeful. The connection to bin Laden was tenuous at best. He encouraged Panetta to press on. He wanted the identity of the hidden family nailed down. He also wanted a closed hold on the lead, meaning it was not to leave his office. By 2007, the CIA received information from another intelligence agency about Abu Ahmed's real identity, Ibrahim Saeed Ahmed, a Pakistani with family connections in Kuwait. This revelation led the CIA to track down his communications, leading to a breakthrough in June 2010 when a phone call revealed his presence in Pakistan. Ground surveillance confirmed Abu Ahmed's movements, leading the CIA to a compound in Abbottabad, Pakistan. On May 1, 2011, a raid was launched by Navy SEALs from Afghanistan's Jalalabad airfield. The mission was to capture or kill Osama bin Laden. The raid, conducted without informing Pakistan, used helicopters equipped with stealth technology to avoid detection by Pakistani radars. The operation, planned for 40 minutes, resulted in the death of bin Laden within the first 15 minutes. The remaining time was spent securing the compound. Despite an emergency with one helicopter, the team successfully returned to the US with bin Laden's body, which was later buried at sea. This historic event marked the end of a long search for bin Laden, bringing some closure to the chapter of the 9/11 attacks. The extensive efforts by the CIA and other intelligence agencies over the years culminated in this mission, highlighting the complexities and challenges of counterterrorism operations. The impact of this event resonated globally, shaping the narrative of the fight against terrorism. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and give a thumbs up if you liked it. Your support helps me create more content. Leave a comment with your thoughts and suggestions. Thanks again. See you in the next video.